Fill it with C4.
So I literally give that over to you. If we do it this way, and you just go up front and you talk to them, we basically give up the entire game. You know that, right?
Well, only I'm showing up on myself, so you guys just chill back here, and if the jig is up, then, I'll try to make my escape, and, we'll Scooby-Doo adventure our way out of this.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to succeed, but I'm saying they'll know something's up one way or another. I think.
Oh, we could always
invite more friends.
we could always slash all their tires too.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying. They're too rich to go without slashing their tires.
Listen, all right. I feel what you're saying.
They're probably gonna call the police if anything.
Lucian gives it a shot. If he gets exposed, I'll fast talk my way in as a backup.
Shouldn't it be in reverse order?
The local.
Unless you want me to give it a shot and Lucian's the backup.
Well, no. Shouldn't one of you go in first? That way, if Lucian fails, you're already inside.
That's also a possibility.
I'm saying this out of character, but also, Dylan didn't die with us. How is him getting caught a fallback on us? If these are the people that you guys are saying that they are...
Oh, no, I'm not saying they'll specifically identify us if Dylan fails. I'm saying they might call their associates who have guns to come over here if he fails.
We're in a van. They have to come from wherever they're at, and then we have to leave here, which happens at different times.
We're not necessarily getting our info.
How about you just
That's
drop that phone that you gave him? Why don't you just drop it in the room? You don't have to stay there. Open the window, drop it in, leave.
That was kind of my idea initially.
So, what are we going to do?
Well, I could put all the danger on myself, try to sneak in, plant the phone, and see what we can record.
Old Ivan agrees.
That seems likely.
Right.
Wait, why can't Lucian sneak in with this device? That's where I'm curious.
Because old Ivan still hates Joshua.
I can't remember. Did Lucian actually tell us in character he got beat up by a janitor?
No.
Wait, what?
I don't think he told us in character that he got beat up like that.
He got beat up by a janitor? When did this happen?
Like a couple episodes
ago, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, he ran into the most strongest will janitor working at the university.
Yep. Also, out of character, he has only obfuscate one, so.
Well, yeah.
All right, so
people are still expecting.
You know what? This is a great idea. I love this plan. Lucian, you sneak in. I'll walk in through the back door. If we both succeed, you can wander around the place and get more intel. If one of us succeeds, we'll get part of the info. How about that?
No, I said he only had one. He can't go fully invisible at all times. He just is in public, not noticed. That's the level of obfuscate he has.
Okay. That's why he can't just sneak into the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I actually am a sneaky individual, so.
You could try. People are expecting him, but couldn't try. If he tries to sneak where he isn't supposed to go, that would be a problem. Also, if he get caught on camera, there will be evidence of him being there.
Yeah.
So Joshua, you got this. You could sneak in.
Okay.
Well, on the other hand, Lucian has been able to sneak into places and not have a single dot of on.
And if it goes bad, I'm going to have to depend on you guys with a plan of some kind.
All right, Celine, you back us up. If the shit hits the fan, you got to come in and with the cavalry, I guess.
Okay, we won't make it a breach, but they're not going to want to come into this house.
All right, so Damien is gets up and say, all right, if shit hits the fan, I'll cover your escape.
Thanks, I'll need it.
All right, and just FYI, I'm already very sharply dressed, because I'm always a very fashionable person, so I feel like I'm already appropriately attired for this type of crowd.
Yeah, you like wearing bathrobes?
No, I don't. Maybe Ivan does, but I don't.
Be my guest. And Damien gets out of the car and he hangs out, just backs, leaning on the van.
Okay. I'm gonna get out too, and I'm going to plan to sneak with him.
And I make
We
my
know
way.
where the cameras are. We know how to avoid them. We know the hedge we need to go to.
With
And I
Damien?
make my way to the front entrance of the house.
Yeah, no, Damien is covering up your. He's gonna create a ruckus if you're seen, but you want him to come with you?
Yes, I need him to actually break open a window.
Alright.
Quietly. So.
You see Damien disappear. Um. Do me a wits composure check, Dylan. As you walk to the front of the door and open it. You try and observe one hell.
So that's just a regular roll, right?
Yep.
No modifiers. Do I have anything that
I'm
works
already.
for this?
Nope. You don't.
All right, one success. I don't know if that does it.
You feel Damien patting you on the back as you open the front door, and you think you can. You cannot see him, but you think he's going. He's wandering through the place. But people are looking at you as you open the front door and come into the main hallways. Most of them are middle-aged to more than middle-aged men. Really, they're more senior than anything. About 60, somehow between 55 and 60, maybe. Most of them are still in great shape, and they kind of looks at you with not confused, but trying to figure out who you are exactly.
All right, at this point, let me see what I got here. I have etiquette. I also have trained observer and majesty. So could I use any combination of that to get a quick gauge of like what the protocol and the vibe is, so I can basically I want to act like I belong here.
Yeah, for protocol, you could try a wits socialize roll to quickly assess what's going on here.
Do I get any bonus for etiquette or trained observer?
Yes, for trained observer.
All right, so that's a +3 on my trained observer. What does that get me?
+3. What do you mean?
Okay,
It's
just
as I
double
said,
checking.
you roll the hate again on trained observer roll.
So
It
it's
doesn't give
8.
you any bonus die. Yeah, 8 again.
Okay, so it's just 8 again. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. With socialize 8 again. 1 second.
Huge success.
Yep.
I was born for this.
Yeah, Yuchi says they all are male, so it's probably some bullshit like brothers. They all dress business suits, so they all are. You fit in the description. They are a bit more age than you, so you probably can bullshit your way by saying you're the son of someone or a distant cousin. You instantly, like your body, remember you've bullshit your way into so many parties. You quickly remember the name of the most common name in France, in this part of France, and you probably can try to just introduce yourself, be confident, and maybe spend a point of blood to activate Blush of Life and appear more alive. Right now to help you out, but you can get the steadfast condition for that. Basically,
that cost me 1 point of vitae.
yes. Steadfast, when you when you have a roll and you don't have any success, you can shed the steadfast condition and act as if you succeeded on the roll and gain a bit.
I will definitely do that.
But right now, yeah, you could probably fast talk your way out of this, and your backfly made it so you don't have any penalties to try to
I missed that last part. I'm sorry.
With your barfly, you will have bonus to pretend you belong in this organization. People will have a hard time trying to figure you out. So you can do a quick wits. No, sorry, manipulation socialize roll, and they're gonna do. They're gonna do wit sympathy roll penalized by your fast talking and your empathy and your socialize roll. So chance die for most of them.
What was that last prize? Chance die?
For them. And they do not succeed, so you can try to do a manipulation socialize roll. As long as you have a success, you can fast talk and bullshit your way into this. Saying
And
you're
it's just
someone's nephew or son or grandson, and you've been.
and, and that's a normal roll.
Yes, that's a normal roll. Yeah, of course, you're a grandson of Rene who couldn't be here tonight because he's a bit busy, but he's been meaning to introduce you for ages now, and know that you're finally
I've been
mature
dying to
enough.
get involved with this organization, and I'm very psyched to see what opportunities can be presented for me. I'm trying to push myself up as the new blood, trying to, make a name for myself.
You managed to do just that, then your robe and begin to talk to you, um, wanting to know a bit more about you, about you, accenting new blood on the.
In fact, what I actually use as my pitch is the business that me and Joshua are starting to set up, the
Yeah,
social app nightclub thing where people can connect and make connections and social plus business aspects. I'm like, this is a new wave, 21st century business.
Meanwhile, Joshua, do me a dexterity stealth roll.
All right. I'm
Sneak
gonna
your
go ahead
way.
and pop a Vitae for it for an extra 2.
Ooh. Do it.
And my stealth specialization does not apply here, but that is still
No.
3 successes.
Managed to hide your way into the garden, to the side of the building. There is a red, red gnome on the lawn.
Oh no!
That's kind of creepy. It seems to be following you. His bended eye seems to follow you, but
Don't listen to its whispers.
Listen to its lies.
but soon enough, you see a window open all on its own on the first floor. So it's gonna ask a bit of athletics, and you've never been good at climbing the ropes in physical.
That
editing.
is true. If I have to actually haul myself to the window, the whole thing's off. Never mind.
But now you're a vampire, so you're,
Alright. So dexterity athletics, you say?
strength athletics.
Strength athletics, even
Yep.
lower. That
Yes.
puts us to 1 die, so I will have to do some blood potency to bring that to 3 total. And
By the way, I forgot. Then you gain back 1 point of willpower for your mass.
I suppose for reference, I am
Thank you.
also wearing my mask now that I've been told about masks.
Mass?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The one that I've been using before.
No, I was thinking mask like mask dirge.
Right. But I'm talking about like the face mask that I have to hide my identity. Because I'm doing
Sure.
crime. It's a good idea.
Sure.
I'm still gonna add 5 in by spending a willpower and a blood potency, because I don't want to accidentally fail climbing into a window. That would be as embarrassing as possible. And I
No, but
almost
Yeah, you almost, but you managed to lift yourself up the window, and you find yourself in a very nice hallway with a soft carpets, red, nice red-looking carpets, too red, shade of red that kind of remember.
Uh-oh.
I love fucking.
Am I gonna have to
Yes.
roll for this? I still have the condition, like I only have written down activate on spooky doors or dread.
Yeah.
So what would I be rolling for this?
Resolve composure. You didn't lose another points of humanity, did you?
Since the door, I don't think so, actually.
Yep. No. So yeah, it's still here.
Yeah. I think the last one I lost was probably during that session. Or
Probably.
before. I don't know. It's been a bit. I think it was the murder, that's right.
Yeah, you've been a horrible person for so long. It's hard to remember.
I will definitely spend another willpower.
You can.
I'm going to burn through it all tonight, baby. 4 successes.
Eventually, in long enough self, you have a mission to accomplish. You have cool
Yeah.
crimes to do.
Focus. Cool crimes. Destroy
Yes.
the capitalist. That comes first.
Yes. The motherland is proud of you.
Ah, yes. Okay. So I am in the building, and now I just have to sneak somewhere where I can hear what's going on. Presumably this is like a side hallway or something.
Yes, you can do another dexterity stuff, and +2 because the carpet is so fluffy and noise cancelling.
Ooh, perfect. Do dexterity. Do stealth. And let's add in the +2. No more need to spend blood. 4 successes.
Wow, yeah.
These are some real good rolls here. If only I got to reroll stuff. Oh well.
You are maybe meant to be a Nosferatu and make it instead of a Avenger. But yeah, you're very discreet, and you manage to find yourself in the what you think is a room just up from the actual where the actual event took place. You can hear some muffled voices.
Ooh, perfect.
As for the room you are in, it seems to be a big bathroom. Very
Okay.
beautiful.
This is pretty good then. So I can go ahead and hide out here. I have my recording devices and I can hear them, you say.
You can hear them. It's a bit muffled, but don't talk very loudly. But you can try to open the window, have a better sound, like coming from downstairs. But yeah, you can hear some of it.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the
Recording-
second story.
Yes, you are.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's perfectly fine then.
All right.
Um,
So while I'm at the party, can I approach Charles Gautier and observe him and listen and see if I can pick up any
Yes,
details?
you can. For now, the party proper is in what seems to be in a repurposed ballroom. It's not really that big or extravagant, but it's nice. There is a bit of wine being poured in some what you think is fake gold chalices, and it's being passed around. And for now, people are just talking between themselves. Kind of casually. You can, before going to Charles Gautier, do me a wits composure roll with your trim server.
Which does that make that 8 again?
Yes. Just one moment, because I cannot see right now what
One
the result
success.
was. One success. It's still enough. You can see that there is someone in the room that's a bit more higher ranks. This guy has a blank mask with just little socket for the eyes, and he's a bit more scrawny than the other guys, but seems to be looking at all of them. Not really in a pedestal or podium or anything, but just observing. And Charles Gautier is waiting in his not in corner, but seems to be a bit isolated from the rest of the group. But if you want to go talk to him, good.
I go up and I make my introductions. I do my same spiel to get him to, I guess accept me or, you know, ingratiate myself. And yeah, my name is whatever fake name I came up with, and I try to engage him in some small talk, try to get an idea of the kind of person he is, try to infer what the point of all this is from our conversation.
Do me a present socialize.
Is this normal? I do
Yes.
have fast talking and etiquette.
No, doesn't matter.
What was that again? Present
Do-
socialize?
Yes, 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 yes. But fast talking doesn't matter here because you're making small talk conversation. And first,
One success.
all right, that's enough. He talks a bit with you. Is bit doesn't really know who you are, but seems to believe your identity. He's a bit new here. Um, he seems to be a bit more serious than the rest of them. He tells you he's in advertising, but its company is doing well. He's interested in your business proposition. Well, business idea. Seems to get it a bit more than the rest of the guys, and is you begins to tell you that he's waiting a bit, and then between you and he's not really here just to drink and talk with other people. He points you to the guy in mask, and in a conspirator tone, he says, "This is the guy in charge, but I know this whole thing is just trying to recruit people for his going to the opposition of. I don't exactly remember what name is. I've only been here a couple of been invaded. Um, something like Mysteries of Phobos. Heard some rumors about those guys.
Do I know what the mysteries of Phobos is?
You can make an intelligence academics roll, which would be a chance die.
I don't suppose I'm overhearing this too and could make a similar roll.
You
I
could
don't
add
have any dots in academics.
it's a chance roll, and you could add -1 because it sounds a bit muffled.
Intelligence academics?
Yes.
All right. Well, I actually have
Uh,
intelligence and
and you have
academics, so
yeah.
-1. I have heard it.
You have heard it before.
Now, I don't have any dots in academics.
You can still try. It's just going to be a dramatic failure if you don't roll 10.
You just go, yeah, I love that band.
All right, I don't bother to comprehend. I
Alright.
just go along with my regular spiel. Um,
Do manipulation, subterfuge, and to hide that you. Yeah, alright, Phobos, sure. To try to not make a faux pas. Joshua, yes, you've heard of Phobos. It's a Greek Roman mythological figure.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know a lot about it. You think it's a god of fear, but more importantly, you seems to have read something about them before with your sires. Maybe just talk about them, but seem to recall something about Alexander the Great, something related to that period time.
I do have the vague recollection that Alexander the Great also tried to pass himself off as an immaculate birth of the gods themselves, so...
Yes, but
claiming that you're also born from said gods, and this might be the one, hey, could be it.
yeah, and yeah, you have heard of mystery religion before. It's a practice that have been born in Greece and Rome,
Yeah,
where
sort of a
it's
long-standing practice.
yes, it's a long-standing practice, and it's practically common in Western occult societies,
Mhm.
where it's a hierarchy where if at each echelon each rung of the ladder you know new esoteric quote unquote secrets or knowledge.
Right. So were these guys claiming to be that cult, or were they claiming to be associated with it or interested in it?
You think given the robe, then you don't know about the caliphs or anything, but they could be on the really low rank of a military religion. Yes.
Okay.
All right, I got 2 successes on my manipulation subterfuge, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you pass yourself as interested and in the know.
So can I convince Mr. Gautier to give me an introduction to White Mask Man?
Looks at you and say, "Oh, I could give a few words to. Well, I could, yeah, could say a few words about you. You seem very more interested, more. You know, you have some savvy people, and you're not just here to get drunk and then you're. I'm. I mean, you didn't hear me say that, but yeah, I could try to
I
introduce
go,
you.
absolutely. I'm always on the lookout for new opportunities and connections. So perhaps
Yeah,
we can help each
yeah,
other
you're
out.
like
And
me. Yes, I know. Yeah, of course. I'll try to talk to him after. There's whole speech he will do in Latin. Most of them doesn't understand any of it. I only speak a few words, so. But after that, yeah, I supposed to talk with him, and I'll I'll say a few words.
I would greatly appreciate that. You're a scholar and a gentleman. And I shake his hand.
Thank you. And 5 minutes later, uh, people are actually getting quiet. They stop drinking the wine, Caris, and the man in the mask begin to speak in a deep baritone in a language that you can guess is Latin. Griff, you can do just a wits composure roll to try to hear what he has to say.
Alright, and given I know Latin now, this actually comes in incredible handy. Wits
Yep.
composure. Hmm. Do I toss my last willpower into this? I gotta know. I'm doing it. I can't afford to fail. I afforded to fail.
You fail. You. It speaks a bit too. It doesn't speak up as much as you want to, and you cannot. You can hear bits of it, but just bits. You don't hear what his main spiel is about.
Well, hopefully Dylan's phone is recording this and I can hear it later.
Yep. Uh, After the speech, Dylan, people once again they repeat a phrase in Latin at the end of it, which you pick up and pretends to repeat, and then you see Shawl nodding at you and go meet with the speaker.
All right, I walk up, exuding all of the confidence. Can I use Majesty to boost my presence?
Yeah, but then everyone will um sorry, everyone will look at you. So yeah, you could.
All right, I hold that in reserve for a second. I mean, I'm wondering if I just use 1 dot of Majesty,
Now,
could I just?
Majesty is not. You cannot focus your power on some people and just some people. It's a give. It's an all or nothing.
I gotcha. Okay, then I just use my normal social skills.
All right. Uh, shall just give you a sign of the man to wait just a bit when he once you're close enough to the speaker. You go speak with him, and you can see that yeah, the speaker looks at you at one point. Uh, the two of them mumble something under their breath, and Charles looked quite happy with himself as he bows and then go back to you and say, "It's all yours."
Thank you, sir. And I walk up and I make my introduction.
All right. Do me a quick manipulation subterfuge. I'm gonna roll
Normal,
something.
normal.
Yes, normal.
3 successes.
And he fails. Well, too bad. Um, looks at you, listens to you introducing yourself, and he nods his head. Say, Charles said, "Well, said good things about you. This is the first time I saw you partake in these events, but maybe he was right. Maybe you have."
And yeah, I go into my, my power presentation of, yeah, I'm here for business. I heard this was the kind of organization where I could make some connections. I heard you were actually the only person in this party to really speak to, besides Mr. Gautier.
Well, you are correct in some regards, but what do you seek by having connection and making businesses? What's the end goal?
Money, power, and respect.
Hmm. Well, at least you're forward with it. Well,
I go, you strike me as the kind of man who appreciates those types of sentiments.
I do. You appreciate honesty and ambition. Most of these people here have already achieved some degrees of money and power, but they settle for this level of, shall we say, mm, comfortability. They don't seek to draw themselves too deep in what they deem to be mostly nonsense.
And I go, complacency is the poison of ambition.
Hmm. John was right. You do not try to hide your ambition, and this is a trait I highly approve of. Maybe, yes. Do you have a secure phone line?
Sure.
All right. Give me your number, and we'll contact you to do some simple tasks. And
I
if
give
we
I,
find your hmm?
I give him my I give him whatever contact details I have.
All right. And if we find your work satisfactory, we'll be contacting you again. And you know, um, we will send you an invitation for next meeting. We'll talk then. Is that all right with you?
I completely understand. I give him a very firm handshake. I go, it's been an honor to meet with you, and I hope this is the beginning of a lucrative relationship.
It's up to you. We're not seeking new blood in your organization, and maybe you're cut for it. I think so, but I'm turning up to. Very well, good night. Well, you're free to stay here and make some connection if you want.
I go, thank you, thank you. I think I found all the connections I needed.
Very well.
All right, I go back to Charles. I talk him up. I'm like, thank you very much. That's exactly what I was looking for. I'm not gonna forget this favor. You and I should definitely speak in private,
Oh,
and
definitely.
yeah, let's make something happen.
Oh, yes.
And with
Uh,
that, I make my I do my little mingle goodbye, and I head back out to the van.
all right. Joshua, what are you? The conversation seemed to go resume to idle chat, and mostly it's mostly
Right.
boring from what you can hear.
It seems like what we're gonna get out of this is mostly gotten at this point, I suppose.
Seems so.
I could always try to break into the office and get to the computer and hack it and stuff, but that also seems dangerous, and there's a camera pointing at it, and I don't know if I can race things yet. So the safer option is to get in and out without everyone ever having known I was here. And I can always come
It's
back to this location later.
Sure.
Okay, so I will go ahead and leave out the window I came in and close it on the way out.
All right. You're all back at van. Damien's appears shortly after you came back.
And I get back in the passenger seat with like a shit-eating grin on my face and go, "That's how you seal the deal, ladies and gentlemen."
Well, you got nice and cozy with them.
Yeah, bravo.
I mean,
All right, so as long as anyone that knows what the whatever thing of Phobos is and knows how to speak Latin, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Here, let me hear that recording. I couldn't hear it from upstairs.
Do me intelligence occult roll.
But I finish off by saying, yeah, but definitely Illuminati confirmed.
So I have a question.
Yes.
What do you think the odds are that that guy in the mask isn't going to find his way home?
Alright, that was in character, sorry.
I'll
to
still
be
say that
fair-
in character.
to be fair, Damien could have been answering her.
Well, you are part of the party. Do you think you know which car is his?
Why don't,
Yeah,
you,
just
why don't you just check license plate
well,
numbers?
yeah, just watch the cameras because you can still see inside.
Before that,
Yeah.
I'll say you can hear the recorded speech. Mostly it was an history lesson about a small cult named the Sons of Phobos that were from what you get, they were sorcerers or something akin to it, or at least they pretend to, under the reign of Alexander the Great, which officialized their organization. There's a lot of hidden meaning in his speech, a lot of them testing the sweet ambrosia of the gods and stealing from the grasp of Dispater. Dispater is the god of the underworld, and it's actually they actually use a Latin name where they should use the Greek name. So the speaker wasn't really too well versed in historical events or occult ones.
I mean, you have to be
Right.
actually more well versed in it because to get the names
Still
wrong
the-
and translating them into a different language requires more knowledge, not less knowledge.
Still, the line of stealing the ambrosia of the gods from the underworld, just like immediately Joshua just listening, going, nodding his head and going, yeah, they're just taking vitae from vampires, I think.
Yep.
We can't prove that right here and now, but this is a story about it.
Yep, this seems to have been this small cabal of men of power stealing vitae from dear cave vampires, but apparently they hint that they had other powers, but you don't know if it's propaganda, myth, or facts.
Right, we wouldn't really know until they started doing something.
Gee, that sounds an awful lot like Ivan's father.
Joshua will just like raise his eyebrow.
Did Celine mention the gallon of blood per week that she needs to pay to keep Ivan free, or is that like a secret?
I don't think she has yet. She hasn't really talked to us since then.
Yeah, if she's smart, she's not going to mention it.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you actually mention out loud that it sounds like Ivan's
Ivan.
father?
Yes, you can say that.
And I go, how so?
Well, if a guy like him knows about Vitae, and he knows about Ivan, and he stated that he was getting sick of this particular group of people and wanted them all dead.
This particular group of people.
Yep. So I think this is a splinter. The one with the poison is a splinter group to the main one. They did mention too that there was some sort of power struggle or schism within the group.
All right, so I guess the $6 million question is this the splinter group that's poisoning people, or is Ivan's, and I point to Ivan's dad poisoning people?
Yes, I am
No.
Ivan.
Ivan's dad is not the one doing the poisoning. He's the one who gave us the information how to find them.
So these guys are poisoning us.
Yes, at least that's what I suspect.
Well, great. I got a fast track connection with the main guy right here, so we have a way of infiltrating this organization. Now we can call the Invictus for backup.
What if, now follow me here, we just bar all the doors and windows and set the place on fire?
Very
I'm
Vlad
not quite
Tepish.
ready to go kill a bunch of people like
Very
that.
Vlad Tepish. I like that. I like that a lot, but that would totally bust open the masquerade. And then I'm like
Would it?
considering
I mean, it's a
Well, it
fire.
wouldn't bust open the masquerade. It would just invite police investigation, which is
And police-
arguably worse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
police investigation could leak to masquerade break, but
It's not a
It's not
masquerade
the-
break, though. Literally,
Yeah.
anybody could have done it.
yeah, let me finish. Yeah, it's not masquerade break. It's unwise.
Yeah.
And, I'll say to Ivan, we should talk about a few things. We don't. You and I don't. At least
It's
as
a
we
bunch
make
of
some.
people.
yeah. I go chill out, Bram Stoker. All right, just calm down.
It definitely feels like we're getting a better idea of what the whole picture is, but it's not complete at all yet.
You can say, yeah,
You
just it's cool.
I actually like the what you've done, Dylan. I think if we could maybe talk to them directly, we can get a better answer, especially if they are splintering off from each other.
Well, apparently, I'm in queue for the tryout, so they're gonna call me in for a special mission. So I'm gonna say it's good money that's gonna be in reference to our it's
Ah.
gonna coincide with what we're looking for.
Damien looked at you and said, "Do you want me to take this? Because if they call you in the middle of the day, we're gonna have some trouble."
Absolutely. And I guess Joshua, I guess there's a way you can clone a cell phone so that if he calls during the day, it goes to Damien's phone.
Yeah, call forwarding is basically a feature.
Cool.
Dude, I don't know computers, all right? Don't talk to me like that.
Joshua just crosses his arms like it's not nerd shit now, is it?
Also, maybe the guy in the mask thought. I'm sure he's probably called it in by now, but I don't think he should get home tonight.
But like you just said, there's this group and then the splinter group. Would it be wise to just straight up murder one of the groups if we don't know which one is the one actually doing the
Oh,
poisoning?
I thought she said
And
this
we're-
was the splinter group.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
but
she
we're not
said.
sure if this guy's the leader or representative, some
You're not sure.
minor underling. This might go further up the chain. So if we knock off this,
Well, I'm sure he has
Connection.
intel that they would like to know. Capture him.
Technically, if they're stealing Vitae, you'll be in your right to murder them all, but you don't know.
Well, these guys don't seem like the types to actually go and do that.
No, they don't.
And I suppose from what Dylan would probably tell us, they were drinking just normal, ordinary wine.
Right. I think that these guys are just incidental. This is some other organization they're trying to recruit from.
Yeah.
Low rank is what I would call them.
I like where you're coming from, Celine. I think the best bet we have is if I can make a genuine connection with this dude. That's when we intercept him, and then that's because he'll be least expecting something to happen if he sets up a meeting with me.
Yeah, from what Dylan could gather, they're more like, and Joshua, they're more like low-rank organization wells. Maybe one or two of them are what it takes to go to higher ranks, but the rest of them would just be milk for money and in exchange for a little fright of being able to say I'm a nuclear society without getting really anything else from it.
I would actually say if we can get away with it, we do the cell phone trick again with this guy. I meet up with him. I find out what he's looking for. We follow him around and find out who he's visiting and where he's going. That gives us better insight to the breadth of this organization.
Joshua,
Yes,
can you trace where a phone call is coming from?
absolutely.
What if you just do your phone trick, but you leave the receiver side in one of their cars?
That's essentially what I did, actually.
No, did you? Okay, sorry.
Yep. So
Well,
you're
I wasn't
exactly
part of. Yes,
correct.
I wasn't part of that. So maybe I'm just saying your whole thing back to you again. 5 minutes later, I'm like the recap
Exactly.
in the middle of the episode.
And that's what I like pat Ivan on the shoulder. It's like, and that's why we're best friends.
Thank you, Memento.
Something is off about
but yeah.
this.
So-
Some people's off.
So I feel like the infiltration, I'd like Dylan and Damien to handle that together. Damien, of course, you can be awake during the day to take the calls.
Yep.
And Dylan, you can actually talk people about it. If we can manage to get the phone on them, I can handle the tracking on that hand. And then Lucian, Celine, Ivan, and I can all act as heavy-handed backup, I suppose.
Yeah, and I could also
Unless we
try-
have alternate ideas in mind. We still need to find out all the information we can.
I could
Yeah,
also
it'll
try-
be like Fox Force 5.
I could always try and get some information from my side since he's been around the block quite. Assuming he'll talk to me anyway.
I didn't quite catch that.
Something about talking to his sire.
Yeah, I could try and talk to my side, see if he can, well, see if he knows everything, because he has been around the block quite a bit.
I'm thinking I could probably talk to Dr. Bohek and maybe get some answers too.
Yeah, we do have both of some of the strangest sides in the game, so it makes sense.
So I think at least we have a solid plan going forward. Though Joshua looks over at Ivan and Celine and doesn't seem certain what to actually have them do.
Well, Celine still has her own burdens and she has other plans to do, but she can stay in.
Well, I'll keep you informed if we ever learn the exact location of Dr. Lawrence. I know you want to be there for that.
I already know the exact location of where they are.
Yep, you have that.
Wait, what?
Celine has that. The invitation she had for its location. The allegedly it's the location of Dr. Lawrence. It's been given to him by Vislav Quincy. So you could try to go right for it.
When is that going to happen?
It's an open invitation. It's not a dated one.
No, it's not a dated one. You have a place.
Well, then let's scope it out.
I think spoke with Julie and she's making the arrangements to do the hit. So if we alert them and we jump the gun, it's going to be all for nothing.
Good
So-
point. I suppose we just keep our
Well, what about Google Maps? Well, no, I mean like satellite view and street view. You don't actually have to
just,
go
like, see
there.
what the building is or whatever. I suppose that's
And
fair.
wait,
Yeah.
hold on a second. Is this going to coincide with what I'm doing with the Sons of Phobos guys? Because if they kill Dr. Lawrence, wouldn't it spook these dudes?
I'm actually not certain.
I think one is more important to us than the other. Out of character. I don't know the stuff in character.
I think they said Crancy mentioned that the Sons of Phobos were the ones that were the poisoners. I don't recall.
Did mention he didn't say Son of Phobos, but he did say those guys were the people who poisoned you.
So I think Crancy is one that is not. Yeah, he's just the regular ones who wants blood, and represents a breach in the masquerade. But he's different, and the two groups do not like one another, and he actively wants the other one.
In the end, the question is, do you trust him?
In the end, they're all bad guys.
Yeah. Do you trust his information? That's the thing.
I don't know.
No is the answer.
Well, is there a possibility that we can hold off striking Dr. Lawrence until I make this connection so there's not too much of a coincidence? I show up when Dr. Lawrence dies. I don't know. I just feel that's just kind of really sketchy right there.
I do sort of agree. We shouldn't just sacrifice the investigation on a total.
Well, it's
I suppose I shouldn't call it a hunch if you're getting information straight from Crancy, but.
Well, Celine would say, do what you will, but as soon as I get the go-ahead word, I'm putting on my armor and walking in the front door to kill them.
Well, give me a heads up.
And listen, I want to be there as well, but I also, if that doesn't fundamentally stop what's happening, it's kind of like a pointless gesture. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to Julia then.
Or-
She's the one who has the coordination on this.
I'll just shoot Julia a message, yo, keep me informed too, or something.
Oh, Julie, who's gonna love hearing from you. Out of character.
Hey, to be fair, I'm not the one who's fucked up in her eyes.
You're the one who she looked at through the window. Remember, it's only my voice that she heard, but you were the one she was looking at.
I'm not sure which moment you're talking about. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the more recent moment.
When we went to, sorry, actually, nope. I don't know why I thought I was with you and a fan. Oh, that's right, because you kidnapped me, you motherfucker. It's all coming back to me! No, I was confusing you with...
session beat to end off on, like you suddenly get your memories back,
Yeah,
amnesia cured.
no, but I was, for some reason, I was mistaking you for Ryan. Man, I'm getting real-life
Ah.
amnesia. No,
Like
Julie
Hayes
doesn't
with
like
Warren.
Ryan for some reason.
Nah. She doesn't hate him.
Doesn't like him because she thinks he's me.
She thinks what?
Because she thinks he's me.
No.
Yeah. She was talking to him through the window, but it was my voice behind Ryan.
Oh, that's Colette, not Julie.
I don't know who these people are. I have amnesia.
Colette is But,
I'm going to be
Colette
using
is-
amnesia even after I've lost amnesia.
Colette is selling managers and touchstone.
Yeah.
Julie is a ghoul who
Oh.
works for the sheriff.
Oh, right, yeah. I've dealt with her on 2 characters.
Yes.
Amnesia, man. It's a hell of a drug.
The Invictus is making plans essentially to do the raid. So whenever that we're given the go-ahead or ready, that's when I assume we kick the doors in. But anything up until that point, I don't care one way or the other.
In retrospect,
Alright, well, like
it
I
is
said,
very
I'm not-
weird
I'm
that I
not
thought your
canceling.
manager was dealing with all this.
Yeah, don't cancel anything, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm not saying cancel the operation. I'm just saying let's wait until after I make the connection first, and then that way that ends up being an independent thing. That's all
I
I'm
think
saying.
the point here is that there is no waiting or anything. You just do your side of everything, and then when the other side comes through, because the other side is a much larger operation, it sounds like, from the rest of us, then it's going down regardless of where you're at in yours. You have the entire Invictus, whatever that is, working on this, and you just have you. So I think the Invictus are probably just gonna go when they go, regardless of what it does to yours.
To be fair, it's more of a princess organization, but it's not the only Invictus movement. Yeah, it's out of character.
I heard Prince was dead. I didn't know he was a vampire.
Why?
I'm
Isn't
like,
that going to
alright.
be awkward if you get your boon before getting back your memory?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna play off this amnesia even after I lose it. Who are you?
I think.
All
it's
right,
good-
so I guess we can try to figure out where who White Mask Man is and trace his car or follow him. Can we do that, or are we gonna wait? No, we're gonna wait
you're
until
gonna have to
he
wait a bit.
contacts me.
You're gonna have to wait a bit just to him to get out of the house, ever gets out. But first, I like to put a pin on it because it's a good place to stop and give everyone their experience. Since it's nearly 3 hours. What? I heard myself talking back. Who's talking in my voice?
Don't worry, I didn't steal it.
Hmm. All right.
I have
yes?
not done anything, so I just get a single beat.
Get a tail bit. Let's go to next. Joshua.
Oh, well, I'm definitely doing the investigation.
Yes, you do.
And Dylan is shilling my product.
Is what?
He's shilling my product. He's selling it to people.
Yes. He is.
Would that count towards starting it?
What's your exact experience? No, not
Nah.
really. Yeah.
Would that give me a point towards its successes?
No, because you're starting. You're selling a thing that hasn't been started yet. To be honest, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, like it worked last time, so I thought I'd at least ask.
yeah, nah, not this time.
But the investigation is yes.
Oh yes.
All right. Take it on.
Dylan.
I did make the connection, and I did talk my way into the Eyes Wide Shut party.
Was that a respiration to make a connection?
Let me see here really quickly. Make a
Emmerich.
name for myself in the city. I mean, these are fairly powerful people, and the guy was impressed with me.
Yeah, but you make a fake name for yourself, so.
He did. I mean, a fake name is a name that he made for himself.
That's true.
He
but,
made a name for himself in the most literal of aspects. How has that ever worked? How has shushing me ever worked, Emmerich?
I like to do it either way. I said no, but I say for yes for the short term.
Okay, so is that so? Do I get 2 beats?
Yes, you get 2 bits, and you can. No, it's not finished. You didn't enact revenge yet, but you get 2 bits. Let's go to Ivan.
2.
2.
2.
2.
2 beats.
2 bits.
I don't. It's not on that page.
Oh, where is? Oh, on new bio.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
1
it
for
is.
session and 1 for that middle one.
Yep, and plus a bunch of other things that happened to you. Lucian.
Yeah, there is one. I'm not sure if I actually achieved it. Help with
Uh,
some.
Yes, for the first. You're making progress to a third. So that's 3 bits.
Oh, okay.
And you can replace the first. And did we do everyone? I feel like I forgot someone.
I
Well,
think that's it.
You've got to leave. Otherwise, I didn't hear any mention.
I didn't have anything that happened for
right.
me, so.
What's your aspiration? You have so much things going on.
Yeah. Well, the second one I wanted to do is like follow up on the sculpting class thing and then pray to see Rona,
alright.
but I didn't get to any of that since we were doing other things today. So
It's spelled like that.
got it. Okay.
All right. So, does anyone have anything they like, didn't like, would, as usual, critics, thing you like to say, or
No, I'm good.
Same here.
I think this went pretty well. We didn't have to break down the door and start shooting or anything, so I'm glad we managed to do that.
I didn't have to run anyone over with the car, so it's a plus in my book, and I got to talk my way into a party.
I guess I could always argue I made it more complicated than needed to be in Add a Willpower, but I don't know.
not really. I mean,
Yeah, not really. But it is a plan that actually went off mostly without a hitch.
yeah,
Technically, I talked up with my way into 2 parties, so it was double plus.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You're just our party guy.
Well, he is a devil. So I hope everyone had fun.
Mhm.
Good. Let's do that. And I'm gonna say we'll pick up next week.
See you guys next week.
Good game.
Woo.
Next week.
See you next
Thank
week.
you.
Next time.
Okay.
Thanks, Emmerich.
Oh, problem.